Roman Reigns' family member rushed to the hospital. The Final Testament, a copy of the Judgment Day. Mercedes Mone, also known as Sasha Banks, returns to WWE. WWE star eagerly waits for Logan Paul. Why Goldberg was harshly denied a retirement match. Triple H feels sorry for popular personality and rehires him. Triple H's reaction to a massive CM Punk announcement. WWE loses faith in Solo Sikoa as a wrestler. Let's jump right into it. The Final Testament, a copy of the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day has ruled WWE with dastardly tactics over the past year. Fans recently reacted to the name a brand new Judgment Day-like faction received on Friday Night SmackDown. Last week, Karrion Kross shocked the WWE Universe when he aligned with the authors of Pain and created his faction to go up against Bobby Lashley and Street Profits on Friday Night SmackDown. On the recent episode of the Blue Brand, the story between the two factions continued during a segment. A promo package hyped up the new group that received its new name, the Final Testament. The faction has a dominating screen presence, but the WWE Universe have expressed that they don't like the name. Some even went as far as comparing them with the Judgment Day, who are a part of Monday Night Raw. Fans are also not behind the Pride, the name which is reportedly given to Bobby Lashley and Street Profits. The WWE Universe is currently split over the names, and it will be interesting to see how management books the new stable in the coming weeks. Edge, also known as Adam Copeland, was the real leader behind the Judgment Day when the faction was created on WWE Raw after WrestleMania 38 alongside Damian Priest. After Rhea Ripley and Finn Balor joined the Heinous group, they turned on the Rated R superstar. Last year, Edge ended his feud with the stable and eventually left the company for All Elite Wrestling. Speaking on Talk is Jericho, the Rated R superstar revealed the original plans for the stable on Monday Night Raw. When we were doing Judgment Day, the plan was that Balor joins and about a year later, they all turn on me. Well, then I got to Hell in a Cell and it was like, no, we're changing everything and we're speeding up that year-long process, and he's joining tomorrow and turning tomorrow, and it was just starting to find some legs, but it was going to be swimming upstream with me in it. It really was. I started to have that realization. It's like, I don't think they're gonna get where they need to get to with me in this thing. Eventually, young stars such as Dominic Mysterio, Jiggy McDonough, and R-Truth joined this stable. What are your thoughts on the Final Testament? Mercedes Mone, also known as Sasha Banks, returns to WWE. Fans are going gaga over Mercedes Mone's potential future after she recently attended a major wrestling show alongside a top WWE superstar. Mone, accompanied by Bayley, was in attendance at TNA Hard to Kill 2024, where they came to show their support to Trinity. For those unaware, Mercedes Mone and Trinity, formerly known as Naomi, walked out of WWE in May 2022 on acrimonious terms after alleged creative disagreements. It became a major talking point among wrestling fans as both performers were vital to the company's thriving women's roster. Now, nearly 2 years after they walked out, fans are rooting for them to return to the promotion. While Trinity is reported to return to WWE once she wraps up her commitment with TNA, Mone's status is much more ambiguous, as rumors suggest she could be heading to AEW. Amid this, the former Sasha Banks, alongside her real-life best friend Bayley, showed up at TNA Hard to Kill, where Trinity was in action. Pictures of the two have gone viral on the internet. Many fans believe the former IWGP Women's Champion showing up with Bayley could mean she's heading back to WWE. Apart from fans, many within the business have also been speculating about what lies ahead for Mercedes Mone. One of them is Dutch Mantell, who recently shared his take on his podcast, Storytime with Dutch Mantell. The wrestling veteran believes WWE made the right choice by not agreeing to pay Mone big money. Mantell also mentioned that there weren't enough possible marquee matches for Mercedes Mone in the promotion to justify the reportedly massive price tag. I don't think she is worth as much money as she thinks she is because her opponents. How many opponents can she possibly have? She cannot work with all of the girls because the net worth of each girl according to that girl's worth. And do they match up? He said. With Royal Rumble 2024 less than 2 weeks away, fans would certainly keep a close eye on if Mone shows up as a participant in the Women's Rumble match. Do you think it's only a matter of time before Mercedes Mone returns to the Stanford-based promotion? Is there any chance of Mone signing with AEW instead? WWE star eagerly waits for Logan Paul. WWE superstar Grayson Waller is excited to have Logan Paul on SmackDown next week. A few weeks ago, the current United States champion announced that there would be a tournament on the Blue Brand to crown the next challenger for his title. Last week, Kevin Owens defeated Santos Escobar in the final as Logan watched from commentary. After the match, the Maverick tried to mock the prizefighter, but got clocked with the cast on Kevin's hand. Waller spoke to WWE correspondent Kathy Kelly on SmackDown Lowdown this week. Grayson was thrilled to have his friend Logan Paul back on the show next week. The Australian superstar stated that he and Austin Theory would be watching the Kevin Owens show closely, where Maverick is scheduled to be a special guest. Next week, things are looking up because Logan is back, my close personal friend, and he's on the KO show, the fourth best talk show in all of WWE. And me and my boy Theory, we're gonna be paying very close attention to that, Grayson Waller said. This week on SmackDown, Logan Paul appeared on a vignette during the show. The Maverick stated that he just got off the phone with his lawyers. He threatened to sue Kevin Owens over the cast. The current United States champion made it clear that Owens could not beat him in a fair fight without the cast. Logan also hinted that Kevin Owens' actions could even jeopardize his title match at the 2024 Royal Rumble. Paul made it clear that if the prizefighter had the cast during their match, the bout will be cancelled. It will be interesting to see what the Maverick has to say on the blue brand next week. What do you think of Logan Paul's run as the United States champion? Why Goldberg was harshly denied a retirement match? According to a WWE veteran, Goldberg's demand to get a retirement match may not have been honored by Vince McMahon simply because he forgot his word. The man made some very explicit comments recently when talking about his match against Roman Reigns in 2022 Elimination Chamber. According to him, he had agreed to put over the Tribal Chief after Vince McMahon had promised to give him a proper retirement match. However, the former CEO of WWE had failed to hold up his end of the bargain. Speaking on Sportskeeda's The Wrestling Outlaws, former WWE head writer Vince Russo speculated about the possibility of McMahon simply forgetting his promise to Goldberg. I am gonna give Vince the benefit of the doubt because the Vince I knew, it wouldn't have been in his character to not live up to a deal. But bro, quite frankly, you know the Vince today, bro, he simply could have forgotten. He's not the guy that's gonna make a deal with you and Renage. He is not gonna do that. Matt Riddle is apparently open to square off against Goldberg if he is given the chance. During a virtual signing for Signed by Superstars, the original bro claimed that if the match happened, it would probably take place in AEW. You know, I don't want to give too much, but I personally would love to work with William Goldberg. I think me and Goldberg would be a great match. I think I could get something out of him that people haven't seen in years, and I think it'd be great for business. I know it'd be really great for me, but at the end of the day, you can't, if he wants to do it, he'll do it. If he needs to do it, he'll do it, he said. The former WWE superstar further added, I mean, there are a couple of places we could do that. I would imagine maybe an AEW, maybe a TNA, maybe a New Japan, but if it was gonna happen, it'd probably be AEW. As of now, it remains to be seen whether Matt Riddle will get his wish. Triple H feels sorry for popular personality and rehires him. The landscape of WWE has thrived over the past year under Triple H's creative leadership. However, fans want even further change as they'd like to see the game bring a popular personality back to the promotion for the first time in over 3 years. In 2020, Mauro Ranallo parted ways with WWE after working for a few years in the commentary booth. Ranallo's skills were universally praised as fans wanted him to do more with the promotion after his stellar run on the developmental brand under Triple H's creative leadership. Unfortunately, Ranallo left the company and hasn't worked for it in any capacity. Meanwhile, fans have criticized Kevin Patrick, who is currently on Friday Night SmackDown. Lately, fans have voiced their opinion as they want Ranallo back in the promotion on WWE's main roster. Ranallo left the company to improve his mental health and wanted some time off. The 54-year-old personality previously worked on the main roster as he was on the blue brand. It will be interesting to see if the company ever brings Ranallo back for another run. NXT was a different brand under Triple H's creative leadership that often outshined WWE's main roster, whether it was weekly shows or monthly premium live events for over a few years. Every aspect of the brand throughout the game's time at the helm was looked after, including the commentary booth. Unfortunately, Ranallo left WWE in August 2020 and eventually pursued other interests in the field of sports. During a media call for NXT Vengeance Day, Triple H spoke about Ranallo's exit from the promotion and revealed that both parties have had conversations. First of all, let me say Mauro is phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of his and continue to be a huge fan of his. Circumstances were just right for both sides given everything that was happening in a pandemic world. We stay in touch, and he's a good friend. The current commentary team includes Vic Joseph and Booker T on NXT, Michael Cole and Wade Barrett on Monday Night Raw, and Corey Graves and Kevin Patrick on Friday Night SmackDown. It will be interesting to see if management has any plans to replace Patrick in the coming months. What are your thoughts on Kevin Patrick? Triple H's reaction to a massive CM Punk announcement. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H has shared his reaction to a big CM Punk announcement. Punk is back in WWE and is already one of the most popular acts on the main roster. He is determined to win the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble match and head over to WrestleMania 40 to compete in the main event. As per a recent development, CM Punk will be a part of the upcoming Elimination Chamber premium live event emanating live from Perth, Australia. Punk is a massive superstar and fans in Australia are bound to be beyond excited over the announcement. Taking to Twitter, Triple H has now shared his reaction to the news as well. CM Punk made his WWE return during the final moments of the Survivor Series War Games 2023 premium live event. Shortly after, Triple H addressed Punk's return during the post-show press conference. This was one of those lightning-in-a-bottle moments that came together very quickly, but we are really excited about it. It's been a long time, and in some ways, it's been a long time coming. You can say this about CM Punk: love him, hate him, Positive, negative, whatever you want to say, people talk about him all the time. He's a magnet for that. It's a conversation starter, and for me, if our fans want it, if the WWE Universe is excited to have it, then let's go, and we'll figure out the rest of it from there, Triple H said. There was a time back in the day when Punk and Triple H did not see eye to eye. Punk even took a massive shot at the game while leaving WWE in early 2014. Things have changed quite a bit over the past 10 years, and Punk and Triple H are on good terms now. Who will be CM Punk's opponent at Elimination Chamber 2024? Perth. WWE loses faith in Solo Sikoa as a wrestler. Fans are going bananas over a top WWE superstar's losing streak since his big win last year. Solo Sikoa defeated WWE legend John Cena at Crown Jewel last year. Since then, the Bloodline member has lost every single match that he has competed in. In total, Sikoa has lost 17 matches since his massive win over Cena. Wrestling Twitter was quick to point out Sikoa's losing streak. Solo Sikoa made his main roster debut at Clash at the Castle 2022, where he helped Roman Reigns defeat Drew McIntyre in an undisputed WWE Universal title match. Sikoa has since done pretty well for himself as a member of the Bloodline. 2 years ago, Sikoa appeared on Superstar Crossover with Josh Martins and opened up about a bunch of topics. Sikoa had a lot of praise for Paul Heyman and said that the veteran is like an uncle to him. Here's what he said about Heyman. Man, he's like an uncle. Like he's been around, first of all, he's been around my family for over 50 years. So he's been around Roman's dad, he was around my dad. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but my dad was one of the first Paul Heyman guys when they started in WCW because he was their manager. And now he's with Roman and my brothers and now with me. There's a lot of things that he's taught me and he is teaching me. There's just so many things that I can't even, but it's just to be. Go out there. He does tell me, this is the place where you can go be a big superstar and make some money to take care of your family. That's one of the things he does tell me. At just 30 years old, Solo Sikoa has a long road ahead of him in world wrestling entertainment. Not long ago, Roman Reigns made it clear that Sikoa would be his successor, much to Jimmy Uso's disappointment. With WrestleMania 40 looming closer, it would be interesting to see what Triple H has planned for Solo and if he will be featured in a marquee match at the show's shows. What do you think of Sikoa's losing streak? Roman Reigns' family member rushed to the hospital. The Inoue family has been the source of some of the most legendary wrestlers the wrestling industry has seen, such as The Rock, Roman Reigns, Rikishi, and many more over the past few decades. Recently, WWE Hall of Famer Alpha Inoue, Reigns' uncle, provided an update regarding his current condition. The Wild Samoans dominated the tag team competition in WWE almost decades ago. Alpha Inoue, sick as brother and uncle to Roman Reigns, is currently at the hospital after he had 2 heart attacks. The cause of the attacks was unclear, but he was admitted due to pneumonia. He recently uploaded a video on Facebook and provided an update regarding his health during such difficult times. I just want to take this moment and say, thank you for all the prayers and all the love. I'm okay, and thank God that everything's okay and continue to be good in the road ahead. Thank you, and I love you all. Roman Reigns' title defenses have reduced over the past few years, and fans are not happy. The Tribal Chief has slowly become what he used to fight against in the company, a part-time champion. However, a major title defense is scheduled for Royal Rumble 2024 when Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight face Reigns in a fatal 4-way match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Unfortunately, it will be a while before the Tribal Chief defends his title after the event. According to Dave Meltzer on One, Reigns won't defend his title in Perth at WWE Elimination Chamber 2024. Many expected him to appear at the event for a title match. It's unclear at this time if the Tribal Chief will defend or even appear at the event for a match before he enters WrestleMania 40 as champion. We extend our best wishes to Alpha Inoue and his family.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for